Hello there, and welcome back to Arcanum, our Steamworks and Magick Obscura. In the last episode, we explored Stillwater in earnest. We explored the town, talked to people, saved a wizard from a very hungry ogre, helped a blacksmith, and heard a very interesting story from an adventurer, or an ex-adventurer in this case, and got a particularly interesting location called the Ruby Glade, which we'll visit much later on. But our business in Stillwater is coming to an end. The only thing left for us to do is to discover the location and the pass to Qintarra. Now, there's a funny thing. I'm actually re-recording this episode because I bamboozled myself quite badly. Unfortunately, when I was sorting out my files, I accidentally deleted the original and the remuxed version. Remux, by the way, is I have to sort of pre-process it through OBS again to be able to edit it properly. Otherwise, it doesn't split up the audio tracks for me to edit. I still have to separate them, but it's just one of those extra steps you have to do. Inconvenient, but it's a necessary one. So I accidentally deleted both of them. So when it came to editing, I said, "Oh shit, I haven't got that anymore," and here we are. On the cusp of a heat wave, I have a cup of tea, a very good nice cup of tea, which is probably going to go cold at this rate. I'll drink it in between travels, I think. And, oh, I can only apologize. I'm in a very funny mood. Anyway, we need to get to Qintarra. Now, there are two ways of accessing the pass to Qintarra. One is by following the townspeople advice and talk to a guy called, I'm probably going to butcher it now, Mirif, I believe his name was, and follow his particular quest line, which also has a very easy route and a very long route. Both of them, you'd have to do both in order to get access to it, but still it's quite interesting to do the long route. The other route involves stealing or pickpocketing. Now, if you have a fate point, this will be easier. Probably the most recent fate point you'll probably get in the main quest line is by convincing Logair Thunderstone to return to his people. And yeah, that's probably the easiest one you can get. So, where'd you get this? Where'd you turn this in? I will show you, because it does give us some extra experience, and why not? But if you have a decent amount of pickpocketing or a fate point, this makes it so much easier. You have plenty of options to get it. So, let's have a chat with him. He is a very interesting individual. Here he is, Elf Noble. Ah, excuse me there, sir. Just what exactly do you think you're doing in my house? Well, please excuse the intrusion. I was hoping you could help me. No intrusion, my friend. You merely startled me as I break into your house. What can I do for you? If I may, I have a few questions. What is it you wish to know? Could you direct me to the elven city of Qintarra? Qintarra? You seek Qintarra? Yes, that's what I said. Do you know where it is? It's in the forest. Even a fool knows that. I realize it's in the forest. Smiling. Then why are you asking me where it is? Do you know where Qintarra is located or not? Yes. Out with it, man. In the glimmering forest. He noticeably tries to keep from laughing. Where exactly in the forest is Qintarra? In the trees, cracking a slight smile. Please, it's urgent I find Qintarra. Why is it so important that you find Qintarra, if you don't mind me asking? No, I don't. We can actually turn the tables on him here. No, I don't mind at all that you ask. So, why is it so important? Let him wait. Well, let him wait. Well, are you going to tell me or not? I said I didn't mind you asking, not that I tell you. Ha! Very good. A man after my own heart. Laughs. Qintarra. Yes, I know where it is. Could you tell me where it's located? Elves just don't go revealing that information at the drop of the hat. But I can sympathize with your plight. I'll show you where Qintarra lies. But you must first prove your worth, because, of course, who saw that coming in a million years? And how would I go about doing that? I'm not quite sure you'd be up to the task. This is a rite of passage for young elves, a cultural tradition, very old and very difficult. He smiles widely. I can do it. Just tell what I need to do. You must bring me the pelt of the mystical Stillwater Giant. Only then will I entrust you with the location of the Mother City. And where exactly do I find this mystical creature? I recommend you speak with Stanley Xavier Hippington. He's the local expert on the Stillwater Giant. What can you tell me about the Stillwater Giant? It's an ancient mystical creature from the time before the Age of Legends. A fearsome beast, reputed to have magical powers. Goodbye. So we have a lead. We need to go and get the pelt of the Stillwater Giant. Now, if you remember, a while ago we met a man called Gar inside a particular place of curiosities called HT Parnell's. You might have also seen a display cabinet very close by. Well, yes, in that display cabinet is supposedly the pelt of the Stillwater Giant. You do need this pelt in order to progress further, but the quest itself that we get from Xavier, or Stanley, let's just call him Stanley, is particularly interesting. It's not the best thing in the world, it's quite funny in its own ways, but yeah, well, you know how it is. Now, I always forget where the heck he's located, so let me just find it up here. I think this is north. I assume this is north, anyway. You probably could tell I look a little over... I'm actually under-leveled here. I had to sort of... I don't want to say fast-forward, but after I finished with Logair Thunderstone and got to Qintarra itself, I actually restructured my saves completely to make it a bit more easy for me to access. Unfortunately, though, I didn't realize I hadn't actually put a save for the Stillwater Giant, and I had to go back quite a bit to deal with that. Anyway, yep, this is it. Let me just drop a save in the Stillwater Giant. God help me nothing goes wrong with this recording, and he is not here. Oh no, there he is. Yes? What do you need? I hear you're the man to speak to about... Oh, let's ask his name first. We'll be polite. Stanley Xavier Hippington, renowned cryptozoologist, at your service. Cryptozoologist? What is that? A cryptozoologist? That does not roll off my tongue easy. Is one who studies creatures too elusive to be caught or even have their very existence verified. In my case, I become an expert on the Gigantopicteus Arcantus, the more commonly known as the Stillwater Giant. I seen the pelt of the Stillwater Giant in the museum in Toronto. Yes, I've seen that as well. Quite amusing, actually. It's obviously fraudulent, sewn together from moth-eaten old bear pelts, and some fake antlers glued on its head for good measure. Interesting. Well, I suspect as much. What can you tell me about the real giant? The Stillwater Giant, that is an extremely primitive species of giant, thought to be extinct for over 25,000 years. It was a rather strange offshoot of the... Yeah, okay, cool. Strange in what way? Well, besides the fact that it's extremely... Hislute? That's a very interesting word. For a giant, it's had large horns. It had large horns, but the most fascinating aspect of the... that was that its ability to shapeshift. Hislute? What does that mean? Excuse me, I forgot I was speaking to a layman who is very smart at 19 intelligence, but even I don't fucking know that word. Hislute simply means that that it had an inordinate amount of hair. Do you understand now? And thank you for explaining, I need to capture it. Well then, it's fortuitous for us both that you sought me out. Most people feel that capturing of the Stillwater Giant would be an impossibility. But I have devised a way. I have tracked it to its lair, and I have been searching for a big game hunter to implement my plan. Why do you need a big game hunter? Can you do it yourself? I wish that... Oh, my tongue. Unfortunately, my tongue got stuck at the top of my mouth, so I screwed up that one completely. I wished I had the qualities necessary to effect the beast's capture, but I am only a scientist, a cryptozoologist. The giant is a dangerous animal, and only the toughest, most experienced game hunters would even stand a chance against its fearsome attack. Okay. I'm afraid that rules me out. Tell me what I need to do to capture it. Excellent. I have constructed a special trap here, somewhere. Ah, here it is. Use this trap on the giant. He hands you a small trap. This trap is ridiculously small. How do I catch a giant with this? That's the beauty of the plan. We take full advantage of the giant's unique shape-shifting abilities. It takes an enormous amount of food to feed a creature such an enormous size, so it changes to a relatively small size to conserve energy, whenever it is in the safety of its lair. So I just sneak up on it and use the trap on it? Sounds easy. It will be easy as long as the creature is unaware of your presence. That is why an experienced hunter is needed for this task. If it smells you, hears you, or even senses your presence, it will immediately shift into its full size and attack ferociously. Should we get the pelt this way? How am I supposed to get close enough to trap it then? Here's a scent that was used to mask. Here's a scent that you can use to mask your smell from it. I suggest you take off any armor you're wearing, and use this before approaching. You'll be more silent about armor, and if you startle it, there's a slight chance it will not see you as a threat. I'm not stripping down to face this monster with no armor. Then you will most likely die. If you intend to fight the giant face to face, I commend you on your courage, though I cannot say the same about your intelligence. Where do I find it? Ah, that's the easy part of your task. I built this house as near to this lair as I dare. Simply take the path behind, out back, until it reaches a cave entrance. The giant resides somewhere deep within the labyrinth of tunnels within. You have my gratitude. Oh, shit, I forgot I got Harrow. Magnus. Oh, you. All that. It doesn't really matter on this particular save, unfortunately. Oh my god, I forgot how freaking stuffed everyone is. Alright then. Let's go find the path to the Stillwater Giant. I think I just took the wrong one. Yeah, it's down here. I remember now. I'm doing this in my pants. This is not going to go well. Make sure you have the thing in your bar. Make sure you put the other thing in your bar as well. Oh, I don't even need that. I don't know why I have it. Alright, cover myself in it. Lovely. I smell delicious now. There's bones here. I don't have high hopes. There it is, in its small form. Got it. There it is. I don't know what's going to stop it from shape-changing, and I probably smell like complete ass, but never mind. We got the Stillwater Giant in its miniature form. Oh, I'm sure nothing bad will come of this. I'll see you at Stanley's house. Ooh, Stanley's gonna love this, I'm sure. I do apologize if I smell like ass, though, friend. Hello, I've captured the giant, sir. Show him the trapped giant. Yes, I see. He examines the giant, as we're talking about a very small rabbit. Excellent. Now we need authentication. Authentication? I thought you said this was it. This is it. We simply need authentication of the scientific establishment in Toronto to legitimize it. We couldn't even hope to publish our findings without their backing. Bring it to Dr. Tristan Fenwick of the on the Terra Zoological Society. Use master. Hello, Chucker. Let me just make sure it's fine. Yes, it is night today. Good to meet you. Alright, cool. Now to fast travel to Toronto. I will see you there. So we're just outside Toronto University. Well, the steam rail station, anyway. Just take steam rail engine C to it and head on inside. Zoological Society. We'll be back here in future. Let's have a chat with the secretary. Hello, welcome to the... You don't have to tell me. Okay. Hello, what is it you need? I need to speak with Dr. Fenwick about the Stillwater Giant. Dr. Tristan Fenwick, that's me, at your service. And all that nonsense. Why do you smell like bear urine, boy? Because it's unimportant. Dr. Fenwick, I'm here to talk to you about the Stillwater Giant. The Stillwater Giant? What about it? Please tell me it's not another crackpot theory. The only crackpot theories worth their salt are mine. And don't you forget it. I captured it. Show him the trap. Oh, I just love you practical jokers. A blue rabbit. Nice paintwork though. It's a giant. Dr. Hippington examined it. It assures me it's the giant. Hippington? Has he gone completely loon? Poor sod. Convinced that the giant is real. His evidence is all based on a badly reconstructed skeleton, comprised of giant bones mixed with an ape and whoever knows what other odds and ends. He was never too bright. It can't be a hoax. I need to find the pelt of one. The only place you'll find something that is obviously fraudulent is over at H.T. Parnell's museum. I think it has actually slapped together... I think they actually have a slapped-together pelt of the Stillwater Giant on display. Okay. Obviously, that did not go well as planned, but do keep hold of the trap. It has a use for something in future. But of course, and you can, if you know how to get around this, you can just... I feel a sneeze coming on. You can just go to H.D. Parnell's and pick up the pelt, if you so wish, and just skip all that faff. Is it worth doing? Nah, yes and no. I don't think you even get XP for it, for helping Stanley. But have a look here. The Stillwater Giant display case. And Gar? Are you still here? Yeah, but Gar, you're still here, Gar. Oh, hello. Hello, how are you today? Questions? I would like to purchase the pelt of the Stillwater Giant. Now hold on there a minute there, my good man. The Stillwater Giant is my first big exhibit I ever displayed. It is still one of my most cherished possessions. I couldn't part of it less than, 2,000 coins? I accept your terms. Oh, got XP for that, nice. Splendid. Here's the key to the Stillwater Giant's display case, sir. Is there anything else? Nope, that's it. Ta-da! This is a clumsily stitched assemblage of moth-eaten bear pelts that's supposed to be from the Stillwater Giant. Excellent. Well, back to Stillwater again. Hello, Stanley. I'm here to report some bad news. Dr. Fenwick said it was a rabbit, and that the giant itself is a hoax. What? He couldn't... I mean, he's a scientific genius. I don't understand this at all. He says the rabbit was painted blue and that you're insane. Lies! All lies! I've been duped somehow! Perhaps you switched the creature with a rabbit, eh? No, wait, I know. Dr. Fenwick has been possessed by otherworldly demons, intent on my destruction. That must be it. Unless he... I'll show myself out. No, not demons. He'll still discover for myself. Himself, sorry. For some reason, I feel the demons are... I'm just going to leave now. Come along, friends. Let's leave the insane man to the insane. And let's go turn in the quote-unquote pelt to Near. Near? I fucking forgot his name. You could have saved yourself so much time and just got the pelt. It doesn't give you XP. That bit doesn't give you XP, which is a real shame, but I'm sure something interesting will happen with that later on, I believe. Mirf. There we are. My bad. How do you do? I captured the giant. Show him the cage. Here, I brought you the pelt. A truly shocked expression flashes across his face. What? The pelt you wanted. Here it is. Really? He smiles smugly. And just where did you get it? It's a long story, but I single-handedly captured and skinned one. His smile fades. I find that hard to believe, friend. Yes, I know. I found it hard to believe myself, but it's true. And there we go. Amazed. I thought it was only a legend. How did you manage it? The details are quite frightening and gruesome, but I prevailed. Truly, truly impressive. I've met few men like yourself. My thanks. And Qintarra, can you tell me where to find it? Yes, certainly. Your exploits have earned you the right. Qintarra is right there, and here is the mountain pass you will need to take to get there. He points to a location on your map. That's it. We have the location of Qintarra now. But before we depart, I'm going to show you the other route you can take. So I'm going to be using my last fate point for this. We're going to pickpocket. Access mirror, who has the pelt now. If you go into his person, you'll find the Amulet of Entala, which we'll take. You succeed. Now, the Amulet of Entala gives bonuses of things, but I can't remember what they were. Let's have a look at our stats. Okay, that's what we have now, so what happens if I put this on? Could be wrong, but I think it's exactly the same. $14. It might not affect me because of my, yeah. Might not affect me because of my abilities. So let me give it to Chaka here. Alright, Chaka, what's it do to you? Probably should have took a picture beforehand. Oh dear. Let me take that back. Thanks, man. Alright, we're gonna go back to Shrouded Hills to turn this amulet in. You might remember a long time ago, probably one of the first few episodes of this playthrough, we got a quest from the herbalist in Shrouded Hills, Galen, who was after the Amulet of Entala, and says if we ever found it on our travels, we should return it to her. And that's what exactly we're going to do. It's just a bit of extra XP if you really fancy it. I'm not sure if the amulet is worth keeping. I will have to post it in the description later, but I'm not sure. It might be worth using if you're a Magick-based build, but I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it has any stats. Anyway, I'll see you in Shrouded Hills. Alright, here we are again, and I'm speedrunning. I still have no idea how I'm able to replicate this freaking run, but whatever, it helps out. Speed is not happening anymore. Well, that was fine. It was a good boost where I wanted it. Head up to the herbalist and have a chat with Galen. Hello, friend. How may I help you today? I've located your amulet. Looking both shocked and elated. You have the amulet of Entala? I have. An elf in Stillwater had it in his possession. She takes the amulet from you, holding it lovingly. Oh, thank you. I thought it was forever lost. My mother came from a family of healers. This amulet has been hand-me-down for generations. It was stolen nearly 7 years ago. Here's 1,000 coin. I realize it's worth so much more, but it's all I have. Thank you, Kent Harding. My pleasure. Would you know a Qintarra's location, perchance? A Qintarra? She looks thoughtful for a moment. Its location is a guarded secret, but you've done such a service by returning this to me. I will tell you. Here, this location of Qintarra. She points out the location on your map. Thank you, Galen. I want to continue my travels. Goodbye. And that's that. We turned it in. And we've got location twice. I don't know if it actually adds anything else. But, very interesting regardless. Let's see if actually, nope, it doesn't. Still, I'm glad to be able to return it to her. And with that, we're off to Qintarra. Or particularly the pass to get to Qintarra. I will see you then. We'll actually get back to the normal recording now. Toodles!